a video to see if we can turn butter back into cream. So this comes from two places of this. Someone actually commented on one of my videos and asked they'd whipped a cream too far and it turned into butter. They hadn't got used for the butter, but they needed the cream. It was a bit of a mistake, and I wanted to know if they could turn the butter back to cream. And I did have a few ideas about it. And then years ago, I remember my grandma talking about, so my grandma grew up during the Second World War, and I remember her saying that she had a cream maker. So I suppose, and my dad kind of I was there while she was talking to my dad about it, and my dad questioned it. My dad kind of said, a cream maker, don't you mean a butter maker? And she says, no, cream maker. He used it for making cream. And she said you put butter in it and it turned butter back into cream. So I did a quick search, I couldn't find anything about it. So I don't know, but my grandma had a really good memory, so I can't think that she would have misremembered something. So I was thinking, what we've really done is we've just, so I've taken some double cream and I've whisked it, and then it's over whisked, and then it's turned into the butter and the bit of what we call it, the bit of whey underneath. Now I haven't separated that all the way because it's a little bit buttermilk from the butter, because it's a little bit pointless. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt this over a heat so the butter melts, and then I'm going to whisk it over over a bag of peas, not over some ice, because I haven't got any ice in the house. I'm going to whisk it over in a container over a bag of peas, keep it cool, and see if it kind of like re-homogenizes. Is homogenized the right way? Emulsifies back into cream, because essentially we've split it by doing that. We've separated the fats from the liquids. So give that a heat, and then we'll give it a whisk. So just like, so I made some flavoured butters where I took different types of fat and I turned them into butter. So I did it with lard, and I did it with the fat from chorizo, and I did it with the fat from Stilton, to make these like, well, butters really, but different kind of flavoured butters, just as a different kind of way of doing something. So we'll just melt that. We don't want to boil it, we just want to melt it. So because if we just try and mix it when it's solid like that, it's just going to churn further and get rid of more of the buttermilk. So my brain's a little bit foggy. I've just had a little bit of flu or cold. Fever dreams. It wasn't cold. It wasn't a cold. It was more like flu. The mild flu that I've had. I was having fever dreams and hot sweaty nights and all those types of things. So my brain's just a little bit foggy still. So we're just going to melt that gently. I think that'll be enough heat. So there should still be enough heat in that pan just to melt that butter back into a liquid. Let's give it a taste. Doesn't taste like cream. It just tastes like melted butter with a bit of whey in there. I didn't really want to make any washing up, but if we were to put the pan on the peas, the pan's hot, so we'd have to dissipate that heat first before we started homogenizing it back to emulsifying it back together. Emulsifying is mixing a oil, fat, and a liquid. So we're emulsifying. So just cheap peas. I just use them for cooking. So that one there like that, and then we'll get the whisk in, prepared as ever. Right, anything in the cupboard, but I should have had it out. And this is why the video for far too long. But you know, I don't like the idea of being too prepared, too clean and polished. I know it looks very professional, but in my mind, it's not very human. So, hopefully this won't go everywhere. So this in here, like this. And then as it cools, we'll see what happens. But you don't need to see the whole process, but you see what I'm doing. Right, so it's cooled down, and it's not really gone back to a cream consistency. Let's just get a spoon. Okay, some more washing up. So it's not gone back to a cream consistency. It's split as that. So it's gone back into like butter. That's butter on top, is that? And then there's the buttermilk underneath. So although the heat in it caused it to emulsify back together, but as we've cooled it down, the fats wanted to split out of it, as you can see there. So it's turned back into can't really see because it's quite light, but that's butter, well, the fat, and then there's the buttermilk underneath. So that doesn't work. I'll have to. I'm not going to waste it. I'll turn that into. I'll make it into a cake for myself, since it's butter. But that hasn't worked. So I'll have to do a little bit more research on what my grandma meant by a cream maker. I can't imagine that she was confused. My dad always said that she had a memory like an elephant. Anyway, so that doesn't work. I might just have to have a think, and it might be something that I revisit in the future. But I do like those type of things. You know, we learn more in failure than we do in success. Well, no, actually, I don't think that's strictly true. But in failure, we get to have another go. You know, and generally the journey is much more enjoyable than the destination in a lot of the cases. So, anyway, I won't waste it. We'll use it for something. Didn't work, but it'll give me something to think about when I'm out walking and when I'm swimming. So therefore, that's a success. Well, I'm really, gripping at straws there.